12 lives lost. That's the toll Knox County officials say the opioid epidemic has taken already this month. That number is slightly down from the previous 2 months. In total, the District Attorney General's office says 69 people have died from suspected overdoses this year in Knox County. Compare that to 294 people in all of 2017. That was a grim record set. President Donald Trump is advocating giving drug dealers the death penalty in an effort to combat the opioid epidemic. 10 News reporter Mark Salinger shows us what local law enforcement is doing to bring stiffer charges against dealers.
You kill one person, you get the death penalty in many states.
The penalty would be as strict as possible. Convicted drug dealers sentenced to death.
You kill 5,000 people with drugs because you're smuggling them in and you're making a lot of money and people are dying and they don't even put you in jail. They don't do anything.
President Trump's hard stance on tackling the opioid epidemic raised eyebrows.
When you first hear that, it seems like it may be a little strong.
But in East Tennessee, it has some support.
When you go back and do the research and see how many people's lives that they've affected and how many lives they've ruined and how many families they've broken up, death penalty might not be a bad idea for some of these individuals.
Knox County Sheriff J.J. Jones is on the front lines of fighting the opioid crisis. He says drug dealers belong behind bars, not on the streets.
These individuals, if they're out there dealing drugs, they can expect to go to the penitentiary.
In our county, if we've determined you're a dealer, then we have decided to come after you with everything we have.
Knox County District Attorney General Sharm Allen has created an overdose death task force to trace the overdoses back up the chain to the dealer who sold the drugs, ultimately charging them for murder.
We try to specifically charge drug dealers with second-degree homicide on cases where anybody that receives any of their drugs and ODs from their drugs, we prosecute them for murder.
With so many people dying every day, the goal is to send a message to those supplying the deadly drugs.
We don't want you to bring your drugs to our community.
That was Mark Salinger reporting. The Trump administration is finalizing its long-awaited opioid plan that is expected to be announced sometime in the next couple of weeks.